A minus B. And what I want you to draw is you're going to draw a line about here, a line about there. I'm going to call this point A, and this point B. And this angle is A minus B. So like, suppose A was like 150 degrees and B was 15, then you would take 150 minus 15, it'd be 135. This angle would be 135. Everybody okay with that so far? Do you guys remember what the x value is on the unit circle? How far did your brains degrade over break? Cosine. So I'm going to write down here, this one is cosine of B. And then how about the y value? Sine of B. And this one over here is the cosine of A and the sine of A. And then I'm going to connect them. With a very straight line. And then I'm going to use that distance formula we just created. So the distance AB is equal to the square root of the difference of the x's. So to show the difference of the x's, I'm going to write cosine A minus cosine B squared plus parentheses sine A minus sine B squared. Huh?
Maybe like cosine B minus cosine A squared.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to match, right? Put both B's first, or both B's first.
Actually, in this case, it doesn't matter because the square will make it positive no matter what. You're thinking of slope. Slope, it always has to be B's first or A's first. All right, now I'm going to grab a scratch piece of paper. You can just watch this part instead of writing it down so you don't run out of space. Okay. If I had cosine A minus cosine B squared, what would that be equal to if I multiplied it out? What do I do with that square? Can I just distribute it? No, this is like a box. Okay, so cosine A, cosine B, I know that it says CB. Cosine, that better. Cosine B, cosine A, cosine A, cosine B. So here's where it would be the cosine squared A, right? And down here it would be cosine squared B. What would this one be? Cosine A, cosine B, multiplied by each other. This one's also cosine A, cosine B. Does everybody agree? Are you thinking it's cosine AB?
No.
Okay.
Would cosine B be negative?
So you're saying like that?
Yeah.
That is right. You are absolutely right. And this would be a negative, and that would be a negative. Thank you for saying so. In fact, go get a prize. Coming in late, correcting everybody. Totally right. All right, so let's write out what this would be. This would be cosine squared A minus, if I put these together, here's 1, a negative 1 cosine A, cosine B, and here's another negative 1 cosine A and cosine B. So together it's negative 2 cosine A, cosine B plus cosine squared B. And that's this one FOILed out. Now what if I was to FOIL out the other one? Just with signs, yeah. I'm gonna actually do this. I'm gonna make this square root a little bigger and then just put it all under here. This is sine squared A minus 2 sine A sine B plus sine squared A, or sine squared B. Do you guys remember what cosine squared of something plus sine squared of something equals? Mm-hmm. So at this point, you can say this is 1, and this is 1, which makes it AB equals the square root of, let's see, 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 cosine A cosine B, and minus another 2 sine A sine B. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom one. We're halfway through it. This time I'm going to have the exact same angle, only I'm going to start somewhere else. I'm going to call this spot right here B, and A is going to be more like here, except for it's not going to be A. This angle here is going to be A minus B, so I'm going to call this point A minus B, just to show you that they're the same. Which means that this point is cosine B and sine B. And this one over here is cosine of A minus B and sine of A minus B. If you're confused about that, it's okay. I'm not going to make you reproduce this. I'm just trying to expose you to something that's difficult to understand. All right. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to do this distance formula again. AB equals only this time, actually I'm going to change this because we actually know what this is. This is the unit circle. What point is this? This is 0, right? So what are the coordinates of right here? 1, 0. So instead of writing cosine B and sine B, I'm going to write just 1, 0. All right. Square root. Let's see. It's going to be cosine of A minus B minus 1 squared plus the sine of A minus B minus what? 0 squared. Again, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And then if I was to FOIL it out, it would be the cosine squared of A minus B. See you later, Tegan. Minus